The place we are heading to is Morro Bay. It's around 200 miles away. It's cooler during summer, it's warmer during winter because it has a big body of water which doesn't change temperature easily. In this video, my goal is to show you what's on the way and what places you can visit before you arrive Morro Bay, as well as what you can do while you are staying in Morro Bay. And after a little bit of driving on this freeway, you will see Santa Barbara and Solvang. And now we arrived at Santa Barbara. I recommend you to stop by at least at Santa Barbara so you can grab some food or treat and also give your car some break. To me, the best deal among pizzas is Blaze Pizza, and the best hamburger deal among the burgers is In-N-Out. So of course we stopped by Blaze Pizza. It was so delicious. Now we are heading to Solvang. Between Santa Barbara and Solvang, the road we chose was mostly mountainous. So expect to come across some animals and yield to it. We saw a lost baby deer on the road and the mother was waiting on the side, and luckily the driver in front of us was very careful one. And then we stopped by Solvang to grab an ice cream, and this Solvang proves why it's called Danish capital of America. Anyways, we grabbed ice cream and took some break. There are many wine tasting areas in Solvang, and I see reason why. Because on the way to Morro Bay from Solvang, it's covered with vineyards, endless vineyards. So if you like wine, I suggest going to Solvang. Then we arrived at Morro Bay. The stay we are going to stay in is called Pleasant Inn. It's literally pleasant. It has a kitchen area so we can cook food when we cannot buy food from the restaurant. The quiet hour is between 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. and the room costs around $125 per day. At Morro Bay, sunsets are so beautiful. Like this. Morro Bay is very close to nature, so you will be able to see some otters, sea lions, seagulls, and ground squirrels. They are the key points of this Morro Bay area. So we spent some time watching sunset and headed to the restaurant called Dockside, but little we knew the Dockside closes at 9 p.m. Actually, most of restaurants close by 9 p.m. So if you wanna eat, you should head out at least by 8. In our case, we headed to Albertson, which was about 3 minutes away with the car, to buy something to cut and eat, like fruits. To be exact, we got strawberries and cantaloupe. Because it was already quiet time, we didn't cook anything else. Then I found this cute visitor guest book. This basically shows what people like the most about the stay, what they want to tell to the host, and what they want to recommend to the other guests. Next morning, I didn't have anything to do my hair with, so I just used a kitchen towel. And after some tea time, it actually proved to be working. Today, we're gonna watch some whales. It costs $60 for adult for 3 hours of riding. We didn't reserve our tickets online, but instead, we just got there about 1.5 hours earlier, and she told us that they had 8 spots left. It was first time whale watching for me, and I didn't know that I had such motion sickness. So if you have really severe motion sickness, I do not recommend this. To be able to see those whales, you are actually reaching to the deep ocean, and deep ocean they have very big waves. So this boat is not that big, so it moves a lot. So your body will gonna suffer a lot if you have a motion sickness like I do. The other time we went to Catalina Island, we took motion sickness pills, and we actually felt drugged whole day. That's why we do not take motion sickness pill anymore. But not everyone is like me. My boyfriend was totally fine. For me though, this is gonna be my first and last whale watching. All I was thinking was land. I wanna step on the land. But it was so cool to watch those whales and also to see people's reaction. When I saw this picture on Yelp, I thought they had a big whale on their boat, but it was not true. Interestingly, as soon as I stepped on the land, I felt instantly okay. So we got some food to eat and headed back to stay. I brought some bulgogi from hometown, so we started cooking all these. and they turned out to be great altogether. We learned our lesson yesterday, so we headed a little bit earlier to check out Morro Rock by walking and also to arrive by this dockside before like 8:20 because we just recently ate. We were not that hungry, but we still wanted to check out this restaurant. We chose clam strips from appetizers and clam chowders. Heading out, it was around 9:30, but this carousel taffy was still open. It was probably only one of the couple shops that was still open that time, and another guest asked why they were open that late, and she said,
Yep, I'm like, hey, I'm here. People are still wondering. Let's keep going.
I like their business. Among all the taffies we got, I especially like these sassy sour taffies. They just taste so good. Next morning, I styled my hair with kitchen towel again. This is our last day, so we need to check out by 11 and it's already 9:20. I wanted to cook some food before we head out so we can have food when we are hungry. By the way, this is dish called tteokbokki in Korean, and I mixed in some bulgogi from yesterday. We left some guest nuts before we headed out, and it was time to undo the kitchen towel ties and checked out and heading out. Today we're gonna check out many shops and Morro Rock and Black Hill. First we went to shell shop. I really like the jewel leaves there. And we took some pictures around those arts. Last time they were under construction, but they could finish it this time. We went to Giovanni's for their shark jerky, but they didn't have it this time. They said that it's gonna be ready tomorrow, but we're not gonna be here. So we headed to House of Jerky to find the shark jerky, but it turned out that shark jerky is around 3 times more expensive here, so we skipped. Instead, we got some other jerkies like camel jerky, wild boar jerky. They look like this. And we headed to Dockside too, thinking they may have shark jerky, but they had a live music and was more like a self-service restaurant. I kind of liked it more than the original Dockside. The menus and prices are similar to Dockside, but this one is a little bit cheaper, like $1 each. We got 2 tacos as we were not that hungry, but we still wanted to enjoy this environment. The day before this visit, I was wondering how come there are so many seagulls, but I cannot see their babies. And this day I could see them, so lucky. Since we parked around the shell shop, we walked back and then enjoyed Morro Rock once more. If you are traveling to Morro Rock, parkings are all free, mostly, but walking is a great option for exercise and to check out more details. Then we got in car and headed to the Morro Rock that we couldn't check out yesterday. You know you cannot climb this rock because it's protected natural habitat. But if you like hiking, then you can check out the Black Hill. From the other YouTube videos, I learned that it's great for photo taking. Anyways, back to this Morro Rock area, I saw some fun posts and saw this nature. They have so many rocks and ground squirrels. And since it was a spring, I saw many babies, but they acted just like adults. On the way to Black Hill, you can see the other side of that island-looking land, and there are so many golf courses around. You can park from 6 a.m. to sunset here. Then we walk up the little trail. I think photos taken here look a little bit different, feels a little bit different from what we took on the same ground level. If you wanna reach the top, you have to walk around like 10 to 15 minutes depending on the speed. I think it's worth it though. It's so pretty, isn't it? After this, we headed back to Giovanni's to get some shark steak. Instead of shark jerky, which takes 2 days to cook, they had a shark steak. So we got 2 little pieces of shark steak, and we also saw salmon jerky that was not available yesterday. You are getting 1/4 pound, but he gave me a piece to taste it, and it tasted great. 1/4 pound is about this much, and piece of salmon jerky looked like this. Then we left Morro Bay and headed to San Luis Obispo. We are headed to that mission church. This church is so peaceful to just sit around. They have gift shop and / museum area open till 4 p.m. but by the time we arrived they were closed. It was 6 p.m.-ish, so the bells started to ring, and it sounds like this. This church was built 1772, which is a long time, isn't it? Anyways, that sums up my video. Thanks for watching. Bye!